All right, so we're going to be looking at finding the min and max of quadratics using our calculator. So let's go over to our calculator real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. I'm going to go home. And I'm just going to do some example quadratics. For instance, let's say that we had x squared, right? And let's go ahead and say plus 2x plus 1. Hit enter. I'm going to go ahead and graph it. You can see that this is shifted from the origin to the left a little bit. And if we want to find the minimum, I can go ahead and hit menu and go down to analyze graph. Click to the right and go to the option 2, which says minimum. Now I'll just drag this bar to my left bound and then move it to my upper bound. Hit enter, and there it is right there. Notice it gives me the ordered pair for my minimum, which happens to be in this case -1 and 0. So let's do another example. Let's say that we had a different one. I'm going to go back out and go back in. And let's say we had x squared plus 4. You know what? Let's flip it because we did a minimum. So let's do a maximum now. So I'm going to hit enter. Notice it graphed it, and you can see my parabola has shifted up and it's flipped down. So what I can do if I want to find the maximum and I'm not certain what that highest point is, I can just hit menu and go down here until I see analyze graph. And because it's flipped upside down, I have a maximum and not a minimum. Hit enter on it, go over, click OK, drag it over, click OK again, and I can go ahead, move this order pair over, and notice now I have 0 and I have 4. So that's my maximum value. Now the other thing is just a reminder, if you want to find your zeros, you can also do that with this feature. So let's say this one right here, we know it has 2 zeros, right? We have one on the left, one on the right. And just as a refresher, we can go down to analyze graph and we can go ahead and click on 0. And that's going to tell us our x-intercepts. So I'll drag it to the left bound and then the upper bound. Notice 1, 0 is at -2, 0. And then if I want to find the second one, I hit menu, go down to analyze graph, go to find a 0 again, click OK to the left of it, drag it to the right, and the second 0, our x-intercept, is at 2, 0. And that's how you find your minimum and maximum and zeros of a quadratic function with this calculator.